The most terrifying sound in a relationship isn't a scream. It isn't the sound of shattering dishes. It isn't even the slamming of the front door as someone leaves into the night. The most terrifying sound is silence. That specific, heavy, suffocating silence that hangs over the dinner table when the only thing you can hear is the fork hitting the plate, or the hum of the refrigerator, or a random car passing by outside. You are sitting right next to each other, within arm's reach. You know each other's habits by heart. You know how he takes his tea, with sugar or without. You know how she fixes her hair when she's nervous. But in reality, the room is empty. This is called loneliness for two. And it is, perhaps, the most sophisticated form of torture that modern humans have invented. Why do we, creatures so terrified of being alone, voluntarily lock ourselves in a cage with a stranger? Why do we sleep in the same bed for years with someone we stopped talking to long ago about anything other than mortgages, bills, and grocery lists? Today, we are going to talk about dead relationships, about why we don't leave, and about the terrible price we pay for the illusion of stability. Relationships rarely die in a single day. Movies show us drama, infidelity, scandals, suitcases thrown into the hallway. In real life, it's much scarier because it happens invisibly. Love dies from erosion, like water wearing away a stone, drop by drop. First, you stop kissing hello. It seems like a small thing. Then you stop asking, "How was your day?" because you already know the answer. Fine. Then you stop arguing. Many people think that the absence of arguments is a sign of wisdom or harmony. Indifference is the true death. When you no longer care what he thinks, when you no longer care where she's been, you become perfect roommates, perfect neighbors. You turn into the family LLC. You have authorized capital, the apartment. You have shareholders, the children. You have joint business projects, a trip to visit mom, or a vacation once a year. Functionally, you are flawless, but emotionally, you are two ghosts haunting the same hallway. Have you noticed how you avert your eyes when you pass each other in the kitchen? How physically heavy it becomes to be in the same room when the practical topics run out? The body doesn't lie. It feels the cold, even if the mind says, everything is fine, everyone lives like this. Stop making things up. If it hurts this much, if the air at home is so stale, why don't we leave? Why do millions of smart, adult people return every evening to homes where no one is waiting for them, even if someone is physically there? Reason 1. The fear of the void. We think that bad, but familiar, is better than the abyss of true loneliness. We fear the silence of an empty apartment more than the hatred or indifference of a full one. We think that at 40 or 50, life is already written in ink. That it's too late to change horses in midstream, that the relationship market is cruel, and no one needs us with our wrinkles, scars, and baggage. Reason 2. Investments. Economists and psychologists call this the sunk cost fallacy. We've been together for 15 years. We've been through so much. We have a shared home, built brick by brick. We look at the past like a bank account. We hate to lose the accumulated years, but the truth is, those years are already gone. You can't get them back, whether you stay in this marriage or not. They burned up. The question isn't how much you spent. The question is how much you have left. Are you ready to spend another 20 years waiting for a miracle that won't happen? Waiting for a dead horse to stand up and gallop? And of course, the main trump card we use as a shield. We stay together for the children. This is the noblest lie we use to justify our cowardice. Listen to me carefully. Children see everything. They don't listen to what you tell them about love. They watch how you live. Children read the atmosphere through their skin. They see the cold backs of their parents. They hear that oppressive silence. When you live in a cold, dead marriage, you give your children a master class in unhappiness. You teach them that love is endurance. That love is when two strangers tolerate each other through gritted teeth for the sake of a mortgage or public opinion. Do you want your daughter to live like this? Do you want your son to treat his partner with polite indifference? If not, then who are you really saving this for? Most often, we save it for our own fear of change. I am not urging you to file for divorce tomorrow. Destroying is not building, and breaking lives is easy. But I urge you to be honest, brutally honest with yourself. Stop calling a corpse alive. You have two paths. Either start resuscitation, for real, painfully, with a defibrillator shock, with conversations until morning where you say everything you've held back for years, with specialists, with an attempt to know the person anew, or have the courage to call the time of death. Loneliness isn't when no one is physically around. Loneliness is when you lose yourself trying to be convenient for another. When you betray your dreams and feelings every single day. Leaving is scary. Changing your life is scary. Being alone is scary. But do you know what's scarier? Waking up at 80, looking back and realizing that you lived someone else's life. That you sat in the waiting room at the station, afraid to board the train, until your train left forever. Life is not a rough draft. We don't get a spare attempt to rewrite this chapter. Look at the person next to you tonight. Who are they? A friend, a neighbor, a partner, or just a habit dragging you to the bottom? The answer to this question could change everything. And perhaps today is the very day to ask this question out loud.